2 years.
How's it going so far?
It's good, man. Like, sport boxing is exciting. You know what I mean? Not only is it cool to work with the actual talent. Like, there's nobody in the sport that haven't actually been in communication with the top. You know, so it's cool to actually have a better understanding of why I'm seeing the things that I'm seeing. The fighters and everything that's going on. The matchmaking process. Why they make the fights that they make at those particular times.
And what is it about boxing that you love the most?
Well, just the sport. I'm a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? I get a chance to live vicariously through fighting. You know, when they go on, when you're really close to the actual fight, like in the camps, it's more than him fighting. You got the whole team that's been around him that feel with anxiety.
Do you come to camp often?
I do. I pop in, make sure everybody is functional. I had a facility I built in Las Vegas for it. You know, so it has all of the. Make this one look like we need to get some work done there.
And how long have you been with Gamboa?
Gamboa is from the actual beginning. Like this was like Gamboa was actually already in communications with Floyd when I came into it. He was already in the gym boxing. I didn't know why he was actually in the gym at that point, and it was just training. And then we talked about him and we watched other tapes and stuff like that. I was like, that's the character. Yeah, I seen when he was doing some of Floyd's sparring partner, and then Floyd wouldn't actually they weren't sparring each other. So I go, yeah, I like him. And then we ended up. Floyd was actually incarcerated at the time, but before he went in, he would talk about Mayweather Promotions, and I was around enough to notice that it didn't exist. And there's no corporation, there's nothing. It's just the name Promotions behind it. And I was just trying to help him because I haven't seen him express his passion in any other area. So it's what led me into, actually going to get the promotional license and starting to develop an actual company. Initially, it was just to create that thing that Floyd does after boxing.
And are you excited to have Gamboa on a big HBO fight?
Yeah, well, all his fights have been big. You know, like since he returned from the very beginning, he was with Manny and Marquez on that card, which was like the show, the fight of the year, right? You know, I mean, when you have that level of talent, they all got the puncher's chance. It took about 6 more seconds. They would stop the fight the next round, and Manny would actually win the fight. But
that one punch.
Marquez night, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And what's your prediction for the fight? What do you think of Crawford first?
I think he's a slick boxer. I think he's talented, obviously. He's 23, 16 knockouts, identical records. It's not an identical matchup because of the experience Gamboa has prior to the professional actual fighting. He's fought over 250 amateur bouts, gold medalists. Every bell and whistle you can add to an amateur career, he has it. So I see the difference. He's not, because he spent time off, didn't mean the work stopped. They're going to find that out about him real quick. I had him for a while. He was in with Floyd Sr. Just defense, working on defense. So he was now Gamboa had to put his hands down a little bit. We got him working with his hands up a little bit.
We're excited to see that. So why did you guys accept a fight going to Omaha, Crawford's backyard, in front of 10,000 home fans?
Why'd you accept that? Go get that audience Crawford has out there. Because they're going to realize what kind of talent Gamboa has and begin to follow and become fans. It's a sport of boxing. It's a tough sport. So you got to take different places and positions to gain audiences. Like we fought Glenn Tapia in Atlantic City. And those people were there to see Glenn Tapia. But now they're Mandingo fans. They're James Kirkland fans because they saw the performance that night. And not to take anything away from Glenn, I was just with him in New York City. I just saw him at the Cotto Martinez fight. And he's a true champion. He's gonna be around. Like, he ain't no fun. They just went. There was a real tough matchup, and again, the experience. From James Kirkland's perspective is what pulled him through that actual matchup. And he's one of those guys that, interesting enough, he fights he wins, he's developed his actual name and his actual career fighting someone who was supposed to win. They match him up with someone else, and the other guy is supposed to win when he wins every time. So it's like, it doesn't even matter to him. James is more like when we fight, not who. Because he doesn't care, all that strategic stuff. Yeah, like, I have to think about that for him. You know, because he got that fighter blood. Like, you don't care who it is.
That's what you want, right?
Yeah. I mean, it makes your job easier if you actually go and negotiate and deal with the actual networks on different levels.
Back to this fight. What's your prediction?
I believe Gamboa stopped Terrence Crawford. You know they got that real sharp, woody boxing style and all that, but both get there, and I think it forced them to actually get to the action. You've seen some really talented fighters put themselves in positions where they're in a real nasty fight. The networks are not so excited to see them because they're not actually.
The boxing is a business. What about the baseline of the Cubans?
Well, I think the Cubans, they're going to accept Gamboa as the pride of Cuban people within America and the sport of boxing. He's one of the athletes that stand out as a huge talent. Outside of some of the Cuban professional baseball players and pro athletes, is where they get a chance to look and see where people put their discipline into their actual passion and become special in the actual sports.